Hello there! Welcome back. We took a little bit of a break here from our Disney philosophy paper that's going to the Royal Institute of Philosophy in England. We had exams and we have other things to do, so we're back here. This is our fourth um, module. We left off, we had just started creating the story of the family of angels who own a resort, and their children are going to the resort for vacation and to learn. Become involved in their parents' business. These are little angels. And we're getting into the study of philosophy, the philosophy of the mind, and emotional intelligence and leadership, and we're exploring Disney's beliefs in terms of a philosophy of the truth. Honesty is the best policy, and the truth, how to develop the truth in your organization, how that creates memorable experiences at Disney, and how that enhances guest experiences in Disney's resorts and cruises. The title of this section is called Dream, Believe, and Wishes Will Come True. Let's start off with a little story here, a continuation of the story here. Hey, angels happy in heaven, what are you doing? Wow, this is some pretty nice stuff you have here, said Angel Mark. This is for Mommy, said Angel Heaven. She needs it for her summer dream cruise. She says it's filled with heavenly dreams. Yes, it's a treasure chest of all the special things the guests get on the ship that they wished for, said Angel Happy. Mommy says by putting the gifts in the chest nicely, we are creating dreams for the guests. That's excellent. You're learning how to create dreams. Can you believe that soon we get to go with Mommy and Daddy to their dream resorts and cruise lines where we'll be able to create and believe in our dreams to create happiness just like you're doing now. I'm so happy, said Angel Mark. So there is a story of believing that, being able to believe. The second section of our Disney motto is Dream, Believe, and then we go on to Dare Do. This is believe, and the angels are believing it. They're believing they're going on the cruise. They are accepting the honest perspective of their self-awareness of their environment, and they're letting the delight develop that they are going on the cruise, that it's true that they will be. There's no skepticism involved. So now, getting onto the body of the paper, I'm just going to read it to you here. The next phase in the philosophy of the truth in Disney leadership is to believe in the dream and in your talents and gifts in order to create success, like Angel Happy and Angel Heaven believed in their parents about making up the dream chest, and Angel Mark's delight in the Dream Academy. Like the angels, we must turn this belief in the truth about our perceptions and relationships into the dream itself to create delight and happiness in ourselves and others. We must view communications and opportunities, methods and practices and pathways of the truth that will lead us to success. So we begin believing in the dream, and we begin evaluating the truth of our environment, like we said, in our surroundings, as philosophers love to do. And we begin putting it into practice. We begin the action. We have to apply. The truth is not simply a part of the dream. We have to do the truth things, in sort of strategic planning and financial planning and marketing, in our daily actions, as well as our, methods and practices, as well as our thought processes. Self-management is a behavior characteristic that lets us create a philosophy based on believing in the truth. With self-management, we are more open to optimism in the spirit of honesty and truth. Transparency is created. Do you know what transparency is? Transparency is being able to display honesty and integrity and trustworthiness. It's your actions matching what you say and your behavior to where people learn to trust you. It's transparently. They can honestly see, you're sitting there doing something and say, taking something seriously, sitting there writing a paper or something like that. You can honestly, it's transparent. You're not hiding anything. You're open. You're honest about what you're doing. Our direction in the belief phase begins to rely on the enlightened path of the truth, and we become adaptable. more flexible in adapting our plans with the belief that the true path is the path which enlightens the way to the dream coming true. So in our actions, in our behavior, we begin to believe that in the value of the truth. This begins to develop. You know, the dream is coming true, and we believe in the path to the truth. We begin to create it. Choices become much easier to discern as the truth is applied to creating the dream, and following the way to the dream guides us to include and strengthen our value system. So our values play a role in it. We begin, it becomes easier to make choices because after you make one, as we discussed, after one right choice leads to another right choice. And as you see, as you begin to believe, the honesty of the belief, the self-management skills of, the actions, it all begins to build on each other and resonate a positive attitude in the truth. And the path of the truth is much easier to follow in decision making. It becomes sort of, through repetition, what we call second nature. Just it becomes easier to do. We see something, we make that, same decision to follow the path of the truth. Mental models and paragrams, these are like our value systems, our ethics, things we've experienced which shape our attitudes, based on honesty, easily influence our decision and actions. So our thought process, we can apply similar situations, we can apply our strengths, we can manage our weaknesses, our opportunities we can evaluate because our mental models, begin to kick in, and our paradigms of how we were raised, and our value systems, and our prior experiences, and our paradigms, and what the outcome will be. We begin to be able to make better decisions and actions as well, based on our honest, truth-guided perceptions of what outcomes will be, and how to reach that delight and create that memorable experience. The interior inspiration founded on the truth of self-awareness, which we talked about in the first, section, begins to open up, begins to be expressed outward to include others, as the truth found in self-management creates the foundation for the inclusion of other members, guests, families, and the social setting we dwell in. So our self-awareness combined with our mental models, our paragrams, our value systems, begin to be put in motion. They begin to self-management. You begin to structure your time schedules. You begin to realize, managing, and it becomes others to create this memorable experience and delight for others. We begin doing things for others, just as the two angels were doing something for their mothers to make their guest happy by filling the treasure chests for the creating of happiness on their cruise line. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. I loved writing it, and I loved receiving the inspiration for it. We have another section, 2 sections. The next section is Dare, which is the courage to believe the truth in the dream. And the last section, is Dream, Believe, and what is it? Dream, Believe, Dare. Do. And then we put it really into motion and see how it creates with the do phase. So thank you very much. I hope everything went well in your semester, in your life, on your cloud in heaven, in your happiest place on earth. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time. Be good. Be happy. Thank you.